Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Deadman. The world, as you know, is in awful shape. And it's all because of the Death Stranding.
Let's do a little
The
story
Dead started
recap.
to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs. Beached Things. When they came into contact with the living, the result was instant annihilation. A void out, leaving nothing but a massive crater in its wake. But that was only the beginning. Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust and collapse, and people grew old in an instant. The world transformed into something completely unrecognizable.
Completely unrecognizable, you say.
Those who survived these changes came to fear both Timefall and BTs alike. They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their doors to outsiders. People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person. They grew distant from one another and became further isolated. The social, cultural, and political bonds between humans began to crumble. The Death Stranding was hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded Bridges, an organization committed to making America whole again and providing a future for all humankind. However, Bridget died before she could realize this ambition. It was you, Sam, who took up her cause and resolved to see it through. Sam, the humble porter, who also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate, the one and only person who could save humanity. So with Bridges' Cupid in hand, and accompanied by the bridge baby Lou, you embarked on a journey across North America. Of course, you had struggles of your own, often
Struggles?
phosmophobia, or
What
the
is that?
fear of being touched. The despair of having lost everything was just too much. But despite it all, you strive to bring people together. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America. You
America!
were also to rescue Bridget's daughter, Amelie, who had been taken captive by terrorists. These were the vital missions you were entrusted with, Sam. We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we could to support your efforts. There was our director, Di Hardman, a close associate of Bridget, who was dedicated to fulfilling her final wishes. His commitment to American Reconstructionism was absolute. First president of the UCA. And of course, Sam, the incomparable Deadman, yours truly. I'd like to think we became the best of friends. As you may recall, I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course of my life, was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner. Anyway, I pushed myself physically and mentally to help you and your BB, Lou.
Just a man and his
Mama
baby.
and Lochna were twin sisters, as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid, which was essential for chiral network expansion. A personal tragedy caused the two of them to grow apart. But they've since reconciled, with
Ooh.
both their souls residing in the same body.
Oh, Mama and Lockjaw.
Ah, Hartman. Every 21 minutes his soul departs his physical form, and for 3 minutes, his body is clinically dead. During this temporary death, his soul is sent to the beach. That's why he knows more about the beach and the Death Stranding than anyone else. His knowledge proved indispensable in the execution of your mission, Sam.
Ooh.
Fragile. Leader of the private delivery outfit, Fragile Express. Exposure to Timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to age significantly. It was the mark of a terrible betrayal. Higgs, a former comrade, used Timefall as an instrument of torture, you see. To no surprise, Fragile was hell-bent on getting revenge. But after meeting you, Sam, she had a change of heart.
Aww.
As your friends, we would stop at nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the continent was something you had to do on that stood in opposition. Deadly BTs, unforgiving terrain and unpredictable weather, ruthless terrorists. The list goes on. Without a doubt, your greatest enemy was Higgs. Convinced that humanity deserved to go extinct, he kidnapped Amelie and tried to torment you and countless others. But neither he nor anything else could
Cities of America.
The Cairo
Unpack it,
network
Jack.
was finally completed. The bridge to the future was built, but your ordeal was not yet over. You had to learn the real nature of the Death Stranding, a secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time, and the terrible truth you had to face.
Damn.
But you accepted this final revelation, Sam, and did what had to be done.
What's up, everybody? What is up? Welcome, welcome. Come in, sit down. Come on in, sit down, relax. As we play Death Stranding. Hopefully that kind of helped out, because for some reason it was sounding weird on my end. But come on in, everybody. Grab a drink. Let's deliver some
America
packages.
rose from the ashes as the UCA. And as the people celebrated your accomplishments, you carried out one final mission in secret. To save your BB. To save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was their prison and began a new life together. And so it was that the two of you vanished without so much as a trace.
Without a trace. Alright. Game supports autosaving. Icon, yeah, we already know. This ain't our first rodeo. Start the game with the difficulty, the can be changed anytime via the options. Okay, sounds good. Ooh, date of birth. Whilst dooms can affect almost anyone, those born under the constellations with a greater connection to the beach, including Cancer, Pisces, Cetus, such individuals are fated to walk a path fraught with disquiet and turmoil. Okay. Kojima Productions. Alright. Once there was an explosion. and a bang that echoed around the world, a phenomenon known as the Death Stranding. Each thing's lost spirits of the dead found their way into our midst when they came into contact with the living. The result was catastrophic. Since most could neither see nor sense beauties, people lived in fear of them, withdrawing from the outside world. Cities became isolated and humanity crept towards extinction. To unite what was left of America, a porter named Sam forged a bond with Bridge Baby called Lou, who possessed a special connection to the other side. Together they journeyed across the continent, reconnecting the people through the chiral network. But on the day that the United Cities of America celebrated the nation's rebirth, Sam and Lou vanished without a trace. Though UCA officials attempted to track them down, the pair's whereabouts remain unknown. Damn. Let's get comfy here.
Me? I've always loved porters.
Ooh.
Through freezing rain and biting wind. Across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts. They come to deliver something priceless. A glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window. My sole connection to the outside world. And I know they'll be back again. Today.
Minus 61.
Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Norman Reedus.
Now the crazy system's
Lea Sedol.
chops and the theory switching sides.
Ellie Fanning.
I own $1 million
Shiloh
worth of
Kutsune.
stock, but I still won't sleep at
Luca
night.
Marinelli.
What is it that I've become?
Obviously Troy Baker, Sig.
Minus 61.
George Miller.
Now the water level rises
Ethan
high in
Ackman.
my cold paradise.
Nicholas Wilding Refn.
Where men sit in circles and talk.
And obviously Guillermo del Toro.
Never really lie.
Tommy Earl Jenkins.
The way they think of life as some
Margaret
kind of
Qualley.
gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong?
Timothy Wagner. What is up, everybody? Come on. Come on. There's our boy, Sam Porter Richards.
Minus 60.
And Lou.
Now the wind cuts the leaves like a knife, and the sun's out of sight. I see the world they build to lose at the trial, what is left and what is
Baby.
right. I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending that
Wow.
I'm blind. What is it I'm trying to find?
Okay, time to head home.
Game looks phenomenal. see. Question is, will the soundtrack live up to what in the original Death Stranding was? Ooh, boot bag. Or blood bag. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, we can still go off the cliff edge. Okay, I already like that. I like being able to... Oh. Question is, where the fuck am I supposed to be going?
Hello!
Okay, that's photo mode.
Let's head home before it gets dark.
Buddy, where is home? Oh, okay, there's home. Alright, Lou, come on. We're going home. My lord.
I feel that.
A gate quake emitter.
Shaking pretty bad.
No! It's okay, buddy.
Okay, you're all right.
Shake the baby. Alright, there we go. Yeah.
Let's go home and get you fed.
Come on, little buddy. Let's go home. Alright. Who's watching this video now or later, we are playing on quality mode as well. We're not playing on frame rate. What would be the good way to go about this? Yeah, we're gonna stick to the hill here. I feel like that's probably the best way to go about this. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, maybe we go around this. Hold on, Lou. I'm gonna try not to just drag you across the rock here. There we go. As always, if you guys are enjoying the content, or if you want to see a playthrough of this, let me know. Seems like our stream is pretty stable on the PlayStation, so this might be where we do a lot of our streams going forward. We are playing this also on the base PS5, we are not on the Pro. Where the hell is this house? Oh no.
Great. Right. Gotta move.
Alright, we're moving, Lou. Come on, buddy. We're good. We're good. Stay with me. Alright, back to it. Ooh, climbing anchor. Alright, yeah, we're gonna take this down. We gotta ease it. I will say that that's not, and then you can crank out some just beautiful looking games. I would even say that probably rival Unreal.
Almost there.
I will say I'm liking this intro. The intro soundtrack is good. Okay. Okay, don't need a pee. There we go.
There, we made it.
How we doing, Lou? Oh. Get away from my baby. I ain't scared of you. Now there's Lou. Okay, that's pretty cool that they uses the B2s to kind of help protect his home. Falling off my head.
Hey,
Oh,
not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
oh, he's got little packages. Oh, his little wings.
Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms. Come on, open up. There you go.
Oh. Oh, fragile. Oh, poor little man tuckered out. Oh, they're about to get the Glock. Disturbing my little baby boy. Yeah.
Who's there?
Freeze.
Who are you? Fragile? What are you doing here?
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me.
Okay, I'm digging the intro. Yeah. Oh, poor little fella.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast.
Goddamn right.
Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use Carol printers now too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
Ooh.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
Jump shock. Okay. Jump shock, a syndrome caused by performing repeated jumps to the beach. While it is clear that the syndrome is brought about by the accumulated strain that multiple jumps place on the body, the exact causes are unknown and no treatment has been yet developed. It is still possible to perform jumps while suffering. It is still possible to perform jumps while suffering from the syndrome, but doing so puts one's life at risk.
You care for a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lou?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset.
That's a baby, you son of a bitch!
You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA.
Just leave the man alone.
But I'm afraid that Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it.
Oh.
A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hardman is not the president of the UCA anymore.
Prior to Death Stranding, Die Hardman was a Special Forces soldier in the U.S. Army, serving under Captain Clifford Cliff Unger. He was given his nickname on account of his ability to survive any situation. After the USA was destroyed, Die Hardman became the commander of Bridges and dedicated his life to rebuilding America alongside President Bridget Strand. Following Bridget's death, Die Hardman supported Sam on his mission to connect North America to the Carol network, and once the UCA was established, became its first president. He has since stepped down, and his current whereabouts are unknown. A BT, or beach thing, is a dead person that has crossed over from their world and become stranded in ours. Since Death Stranding, a human's death has been understood as a separation of their ka, the soul, from their ha, the body. So it's separation from the soul. Corpses are not disposed of in a timely manner. Generally, within 48 hours. Though individual circumstances vary, the process of necrosis begins. Incinerating the corpse will send that person's soul to the world of the dead. In the case of necrosis, however, the soul will mistakenly think it still has a place in this world and will attempt to return to a body that no longer exists. The dead person is therefore stranded without a place to go, hence the term Death Stranding.
In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A-Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes
A-Pass, the automated porter assistance system, officially titled A-Pass 4000, but commonly referred to simply as A-Pass, was originally developed as a support program for porters making deliveries within the chiral network, but the network's capacity to instantly traverse massive volumes of data meant that A-Pass developed rapidly and was before long managing and operating deliveries on its own. As deliveries became entirely automated, Bridges withdrew from the delivery business, and private organizations such as Fragile Express disbanded. Porters are still required to make deliveries outside the chiral network, however, which is why Fragile set up Drawbridge. Thanks to the chiral network's use of the beach, with Townland Manor, A-Passes have become more than just a delivery system. It is now involved in all areas of life, from child rearing to healthcare.
uses the chiral network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore.
That's good.
And no need for Fragile Express, of course.
The Death Stranding destroyed the United States, toppling its government and grinding its social infrastructure to a halt. In its place, private porters began allocating and distributing resources of their own accord. One such delivery organization was Fragile Express, founded by Fragile's father. After he died, Fragile took control and continued where he had left off, but the rise of A-Pass eventually made the organization redundant, leading to its disbandment.
So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico.
Oh, we're going across
Extend
the border.
chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So,
As always, if you guys want me to even replay the first one and do a playthrough of that, let me know. Either in the live chat or possibly in the comments once this live stream is done.
what do you say? Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. and any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important.
You get him, Lou.
There are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
Okay.
That was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear. But they seem to think there's...
Give me 1 minute, guys. Be really quick about this, because there's something I want to get done. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep that. There's just something I need to do before I forget. Okay.